Hey, 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 it's Jazz. It's the West Ham Minds channel. Crisp morning today. And why am I looking excited? Because it's the transfer window, transfer rumours, transfer gossip, and we have virtually got the Kalvin Phillips deal to West Ham United done. As we spoke on the channel a couple of days ago, I told you we were virtually in for him. We were looking at him. He was our target. We were in discussions with him, and we were virtually the favourites. Everyone, all the top sources are reporting today the deal is virtually done. I think he'll probably definitely become a West Ham United player by Friday, and the next game he could be even involved in that game, really. So for me, I'm very, very happy to kind of have him. I explained last time how we could use him. I will do that again in this show. So what we're going to start off with, first of all, everyone, is what's happening today, what happened late last night, what are the kind of the rumours, the gossip from all the top sources, really. So yeah, Kalvin Phillips has been reported on many sort of, platforms out there say that the chase is heating up and we're nearing a conclusion, right? West Ham are pushing to complete a loan deal for Phillips and are hopeful of signing the midfielder this week. There is growing confidence that an agreement will be reached, according to Jacob Steinberg, very reliable source. Fabrizio Romano, who you all know about, has also confirmed that it's kind of virtually done, and also that Barcelona are not working on a Phillips deal. They cannot afford it. Other platforms are saying West Ham are willing to break their transfer record to sign Victor Boniface and Nigerian striker. I'll probably say it right now, right? The way the window is unraveling with about a week to go, Phillips is going to come in on loan, right? And we're probably going to get a player from Japan or South Korea, as again we spoke about in the last show. It's going to be a cheap deal, around the Kufal mark, 5 to 10 million at the most. And the South Korean lad that we're looking at, he can play left back, he can play right back. That's kind of what we're looking at. Very cheap. Looks like a permanent deal from Japan or South Korea, because I think Sullivan wants to definitely dip into that market. Cause like I said, on the back of that, you get a lot of merchandise, a lot of recognition. The club gets known about, gets established in a huge region. Other clubs like Spurs, with the signing of Son, are doing really well financially because of that, really. So I think it's going to be one or two loan deals, one permanent deal. The permanent deal, will be a player from Japan, South Korea, if all goes to plan. Phillips is one of the loan deals. The other loan deal could go right to the wire, and Broja's name has come up again, right? I'm fine with this guy. He's a mini Antonio, very young, serious injury, been out for about a year last year. He's still not quite right, so he still hasn't scored in a while. He plays about 65 minutes for Chelsea at the moment, so he's kind of getting there slowly. But this will very much depend on if Chelsea can get a permanent striker in this window. Then they probably consider letting him go. At the moment, I can't see it because Jackson's injured. They don't really have any other strikers, and for now Broja is kind of starting games for them. Villa are interested in Broja as well, so this one, again, like one or two other deals, will go right down to the wire. But obviously we'll be in a good position because we'll have space in the squad for someone to come in late in the window. And I think we do have a good amount of funds in the kitty, but it looks like with Bowen back and Tony not far away, due to Ghana, looks like they're going at the AFCON. Kudus will be back also, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the next league game. It looks like we're not going to push for that striker again, shocking as that may sound, right? But I don't think that's such a bad idea. When everyone's fully fit, we get Phillips in, we get maybe a player from APAC to kind of fill up as a backup for the Kufal and Emerson, who've done really well. I think that'll more or less be it. Don't forget, I don't think Danny Ings will be gone. Will Bauman's there. So I think, the way David Moyes thinks, he says he's got enough options up front. And then by then, obviously, by the end of January, early February, apparently we're meant to know if Moyes is going to sign or will receive a contract. So then in the summer, if we do have 30, 40, 50 million somewhere locked away safely underground by Sullivan, we can obviously give it to David Moyes, who rumours are it's only going to be a rolling 1 year deal. I don't know. But then anyway, if he's a manager, whoever's a manager in the summer should get the bulk of the money. I don't want to rush in and waste this money in January, really, where a lot of players you really want are just not available for obvious reasons. So it looks like it's going to be, in terms of financial outlay, it's going to be minimal, right? Whether you like that or not. For me, I'll take it because we're sixth in the league, we're in Europa. When all the players come back, we add 2-3 to that, and then obviously Johnson's form is slowly improving, which is crucial. Well done on Johnson on playing really well in midfield in the second half against Sheffield United. Again, hands up, I've been giving you a lot of flack, but long may that carry on. Cornet, who I've backed always, he's looking like making an impact in a squad, slowly but surely. Danny Ings, January he's woken up out the cave. If that carries on, then suddenly we kind of look all right in all kinds of positions, including the squad. So that's kind of what I see the window happening. I don't see us going out for a permanent signing, 20, 30, 40 million. I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know with football, right? And then whether Broja comes in or not, it's kind of up to the big clubs, depending on what they get in, and then that kind of thing, really. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Apart from that, Marseille are considering a second offer to take West Ham's Benrahma to France this month. Ben Johnson is slightly more likely to be offered an improved deal following his reasonable form this month. So that's kind of what we're looking at, really. Let me get straight into how we could use Phillips, really, at West Ham United. So I'm going to show you two formations. The first formation, let me make sure I've got the right one on there. Yeah, the first formation is kind of the next league game, really. So in it, obviously, I haven't got Paqueta in there. I haven't got Alvarez in there. It's 4-2. What do you call this? Yeah, kind of a 4-2-3-1. 4-2. Yeah, kind of a 4-2-3-1. The back five look after itself. The only difference is I think Kufal won't be available. Johnson slips into right back. But then the CDMs are Ward-Prowse, Kalvin Phillips. See, the other thing I just realised is I've taken Ward-Prowse out of the team. This is the sticking point for me, right? It looks like Danny Ings, I don't know if he's going to drop him or not. You could take Danny Ings out. Actually, no, that's fine. Sorry, that's fine. What the hell am I on about? Bloody early. I forgot to tell you, I did this show an hour ago, and when I sort of reviewed it, there was no audio. That's why I'm fucking losing my marbles a bit. Anyway, forget what I just said the last 20 seconds. So this looks like could be the team for the next the next league game of Bournemouth, really. So the back five, Johnson comes in from Kufal. The rest looks start for itself. CDMs, Ward-Prowse, Phillips. I don't think Alvarez is coming in. Well, I don't know. I don't have any information at the moment. Souček will be the number 10 or the whatever you want to call it. The late player comes into the box. And then you got front three of Kudos, Danny Ings and Bowen. That's kind of what I'm looking at. The next one I want to show you, if I can kind of just close that window. One more minute. There we go. So this one is when everyone is fit or nearly fit. Right, and it's again a kind of a 4-2-3-1. Kufal comes back in, and as it stands at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, I think Mavropanos, even though there's a lot of work left on him, I'm not impressed with him, but he's still a bit better than Agard, because I think if those stories are true of Agard's strop and doesn't want to play anymore, I don't think Moyes takes shit like that. He's very strict on dressing room, team morale, and how much you want to play for the shirt. And if that's true, he ain't going to get in anywhere near. And no matter how shit Mavropanos is, if Mavropanos is showing good attitude, good team player, trying hard, then he's going to get in. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Zuma, Emerson obviously carry on. Then Alvarez, Phillips are a CDMs. And in the whole league, you ain't going to see a CDM tough tackling, no nonsense duo like these two in the whole league. Not many clubs, right? And that's going to give you the legs. It's going to give you the bite that we all want, especially fans from the 1980s like me. It's going to be brilliant, right? It's amazing, right? And you look at these two players. Obviously, we paid about 30 million for Alvarez. Phillips in the market would be close to that. So that's two good replacements for Rice. And then kind of the 3-4 up front. Ward-Prowse, he perhaps could be pushed to that left side. Maybe Cornet will get it. I don't know, right? And Paqueta will be this kind of the number 10 centrally where you guys want him behind Bowen and then Kudus on the other side. So the one thing I don't think will happen, could do, is that, Bowen goes to the right side. So this is what I think will happen. But what could happen is, let me just show you now. Let me take, I don't think you're going to see Moyes' team without Ward-Prowse or kind of Souček. But the only thing that could happen apart from this, I think will be kind of okay. There's a lot of flexibility depending on if we're under the cosh or not. Paqueta could easily drop back in and help the CDMs there. Alvarez could easily go and protect the back four if they'd really taken a hammering. The Ward-Prowse or Paqueta can go in there to help us CDM. So you got Paqueta, Ward-Prowse, Alvarez. That's 4 CDMs in there that can do that. But obviously Paqueta's got a lot of number 10 side to him, skillful, technical. Ward-Prowse can kind of play on that wing. Because don't forget, not all wingers have to run down the wing, take on the defenders and cross the ball. That type of winger is kind of very rare in the modern game, like Alan Devonshire and people like that. So if you remember David Beckham, he never took anyone on. He used to get the ball down the byline and just whip crosses in. That's a kind of winger I think Ward-Prowse could help us in the interim till we figure out what we want to do in that side, really. Cornet, if his form carries on, maybe he'll be there. I don't know. The only other thing that could happen is if I take Ward-Prowse out of here and then bring in... Hang on, let me see. Where you gone, mate? Where you gone? Not quite happening for me, is it? I don't know what's going on there. But just imagine an Antonia's there instead of Ward-Prowse. This is really annoying me now. Let me close that one down. Yeah, usually you can just drop... Oh, there we go. It's worked now. Bloody technology in everyone. There we go. So the only other thing that could happen, everyone, is this. So Antonio comes back up front again. And I think leave Paqueta in there. And then I don't know what side Kudus and Bowen, because Bowen's usually this side. Kudus can do... I think Bowen and Kudus, if I remember telling you, they're kind of both footed left and right. So I don't know if Bowen will stay comfortable on the right and Kudus will be happy to go that side. Paqueta in the middle. But I think these three are interchanging. You could put Paqueta back in there where a lot of people you don't. Kudus could be central or Bowen could be central. So I think these lot are just going to mess about. And that could be quite... So, yes, I think it doesn't matter really, having thought about it. I think Bowen, Kudus they can interchange wings. Paqueta can go left, go central. It's kind of quite fluid, like I said. That's the only other thing that can happen. So you can clearly see how Mr. Kalvin Phillips, who's going to be 29 next December, if it all goes to plan, he does reasonably well. Usually these loan deals become permanent because he's done well for us. He's back in the England team. It means he's enjoying it. City don't want a player back that never plays. We could do a cut price deal. He'll be 29 next December. Again, ain't that great, because then Ward-Prowse is 30. He'll be 29. And Tony is 33. We got to sort it out. Zuma's getting on a bit, that kind of thing. But if it suits us, a good deal, we'll see what happens. Sometimes whatever loan fee we pay could be offset against a permanent fee in the summer. I don't know. But the good news is he wants to come. The only slight thing to worry about, he's got a lot of injuries. His injury record is horrendous. It's not that good. That's the only thing. I hope he can make it till the end of the summer playing for us, really. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. Really, so that's my thoughts. I'm happy to see Kalvin Phillips hopefully join soon. You've seen where he can fit in. He can fit in. We do need him. It's all good. It means a stronger bench. Antonio on the bench, Ward-Prowse on the bench, Souček on the bench, interchanging, that kind of thing. So it looks like 2 loan deals and a cheap deal for a player from Japan or Korea who can help the fullback position. That's what I'm thinking about. There's no permanent 20, 30, 40 million. I don't think so. Keep the money for the summer. By then we'll know who our permanent manager is for sure. Give him as much money as we can, and then suddenly it looks good. Don't want to go into Paqueta going on. Don't want to look at that. But suddenly it looks like the squad just needs a bit of a tuck here and there instead of a major operation. Football changes day to day, week to week. So I'm happy. We're 6th. But the difference, I think, is that Johnson's playing better and better. Cornet's playing and being used more and more. Ings is playing slightly more and more. If that carries on, then we're all happy. But if Cornet ain't playing, Danny Ings don't give a shit. Johnson's playing shit. Benrahma we know is shit. Our guy is shit. Then it doesn't look good, does it? Then the 11 are fucking got nothing You know, no one to help them, that kind of thing. So for now, I'm happy. And anyway, I'm going to go now because the second time I'm doing a show re-recording, nobody can hear me. But I'll be back if there's any more breaking news on Phillips or any other loan signings or that player from Japan, South Korea coming. But you guys have a great, what we on Tuesday, and I'll catch up soon. So God bless. Take care. Mr. Kalvin Phillips, where's he gone? Hammer Phillips, Kalvin Phillips, Alvarez. Don't mess about with these two in the middle, the gangsters. No one's going to get past them. Take care. God bless you. Come on, you irons.